Hey guys, welcome back to Euro Truck Simulator 2 with me, BradM73. This is the Scandinavia edition. Well, it's got the Scandinavian DLC. Also, we're running public beta patch 1.18. If you notice, the truck that I have is a Mercedes-Benz new Actros Big Space. And I bought it in the Mercedes store, and I had recorded like all this cool stuff showing you guys how excited I was, and the video didn't come out. I don't know what happened. I think I know what happened. I changed the graphics setting midway through the game, and I thought it would pick up recording, and it just didn't. And so, yeah. Actually, 2 whole episodes. It was about an hour and 45 minutes, because I time-lapsed a big part of it, and, yeah, needless to say, I was not so happy. So anyway, we are down here. We had picked up a load. We'd gone to Poland. Come on now. There we go. And we have to cross the channel here to go to Karlskrona. And I guess we are back on the road here. And just giving this this new Mercedes a try. It's actually pretty good. Like, I haven't had, really any problems with it. I haven't done any customization to it yet, so maybe when we get to the destination, I'll stop by and do some customization here. I'm just turning in here because I want to get, there we go. I want to get that little bit of land. Oh, I better sit in my chair properly. I'm slouching down in my chair, and my gigantic beer gut was hitting the steering wheel. No, I'm just kidding. It wasn't. I went and got some. For those of you who live in the United States and are familiar with Wendy's, it's kind of a fast food chain, kind of like McDonald's, but a lot better in my opinion. I got except for tonight, the chicken sandwich I got this like grilled chicken sandwich. It was awesome. I also got a thing of chili, which I hadn't really planned on eating, but I looked at it and I'm like somebody mixed chili with baked beans. That's the only thing I can think of, and it's freaking disgusting. I'm gonna call up their corporate office tomorrow and be like, what the actual hell were you people thinking by mixing chili and baked beans? Wrong kind of beans, people. So anyway, that's me tonight, complaining about chili. Yeah. I was playing around with the graphics settings in the episodes that didn't work. Because somebody actually asked me the other day, I think it was on Steam, somebody sent me a message and they're like, how do I get graphics as good as yours? And I think my answer was go out and buy a $650 video card, because that's what I'm using. I have a Asus, the NVIDIA GTX 980 chipset, but it's an Asus Republic of Gamer Poseidon, which is their water cooling integrated, like top of the line, overclocked, all this crazy stuff. Video card. I mean, it's like one of their best. It's one of Asus's best 980s. Now, you don't have to, but you would want to stay in the 980 series if you want to get graphics as good as this. Well, actually, if you're only playing 1080p though, like if your graphics are only at 1080p, you could actually play. Let's see. I'm trying to think here. You could actually probably stay with the 970. For like probably every game on planet Earth, except for maybe Grand Theft Auto, because Grand Theft Auto requires a ton of memory. And I'm gonna pull in here, back up really quick. Hopefully, I won't rear end or crash into anybody. But that kind of led me to thinking, like, I want to talk about computers a little bit and how I personally go about choosing the type of computer that I want to buy for gaming. Now, if any of you guys have been watching my channel for a while, you may have noticed, well, you probably know that I built my own computer earlier this year, so at the beginning of 2015. And I can't even remember, it was either, it's probably like late January, early February. I can't remember the exact date now. I'm horrible with dates and stuff like that. But anyway, I built a top-of-the-line PC, and it cost a lot of money. People ask me all the time, and I'm kind of in a way I'm kind of embarrassed to say because it was so absolutely redonkulously expensive. And great, I am gonna pull in here, and I have no business being in here, and hopefully I can get out of here. No, I want to go this way. Okay. Sorry, I'm not talking about my computer now because I'm concentrating on backing up. Okay, let's get out of here. So yeah, I spent a ridiculous amount of money on it, and we're talking multiple thousands of dollars. I'm not proud of it. Yes, I am. And no, it is an awesome computer by any stretch of the imagination. And it's probably I'm probably going to upgrade the video card, hopefully sooner rather than later. I like I said, I have the GTX 980. I want to upgrade. I keep hearing rumors that the the 980 Ti card is going to be coming out, which is actually going to be kind of a stripped down Titan X. So if you guys know what the NVIDIA Titan X is, that is like their current flagship card. It like destroys everything else. Well, basically the 980 Ti is essentially a Titan X core processor, but it basically has, I think, fewer cores or something like that. No, actually, no. I believe it has the same. No, I don't know. I can't even remember. I don't have the information in front of me, so I'm going to say something that I don't. I know that it has only 6 gigabytes of RAM instead of 12 gigabytes that the full Titan X has. So that's at least something. All right, come on, buddy. Come on. We got to turn here. So, yeah, I'm thinking, because it's... Oh, crap. Are you kidding me? Okay, well, at least the Mercedes crashed and I didn't. So yeah, it's gonna be this totally badass video card. I'm probably gonna, as soon as I keep hearing anywhere from it might get released tomorrow, which is the 15th of May, all the way up to like sometime in September, which I really hope it's tomorrow and not September. But the video card that I have right now is actually working out just fine. However, I would like to take advantage of the TI's capabilities, especially with the extra RAM, and really max out I hit a street sign back there, and really max out Grand Theft Auto 5 graphically. The 980 Ti has 50% more CUDA cores than the current 980 that I have. And it's got another 50% more RAM as well. So I think I think it's just going to be flipping awesome. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes if I get it or when. I got the money all set aside, so all I have to do is buy it. What's going on with my... Okay, never mind. I was playing around with my G27 here. So anyway, how do I go about, choosing a computer? Well, the first thing I do is I like to see what types of video cards are current on the market. I typically like to wait until there's a major refresh of video technology. In the past years, I kind of waited between, as far as video cards go, if you want to do any kind of respectable gaming, you're going to be looking at A, NVIDIA, or B, the AMD ATI Radeon cards. And is there a car coming? No. and I've gone with both over the years. I have had problems with ATI cards in the past, and it's not out of, not keeping drivers up to date and things like that. It's I've had heat-related issues. I've had cards just inexplicably die or start giving weird graphical glitches and things like that. And because of and this has gone on not just with the same card, but this has gone on multiple times across several different Radeon cards, and I've just not personally had good luck with them. I always take care of my stuff, and for whatever reason, I just have not had good luck with ATI cards. However, I can't think of a single time where I've had an NVIDIA card go bad on me. And okay, there we go. Cruise control is on. So I typically, NVIDIA cards are typically more expensive. They are usually capable of processing more data than the Radeon cards, as far as like their individual cores go. So it's not always the case, every once in a while, ATI will kind of get a leg up on NVIDIA, and then NVIDIA will come out with something new to like stomp them back into the ground. But the current, like this last year, in late 2014, September 2014, NVIDIA released their GTX 980 series. The GTX 970s, I think, also came out either late last year or early this year, and then the 960s came out, I think, in end of February or something like that. I didn't follow the 960 as closely because I wasn't really ever even considering one. But the 980 series was really something where I thought that is a freaking awesome card. It used a new die which helps keep. It actually uses like a third less energy than previous cards, but it has double the processing power. I mean, it's just all kinds of stuff you can throw in there and just say, wow, this card is really, light years beyond what ATI has. So I'm like, okay, that's my card. So I started doing more research on what type of CPU I have. That's my main processor, and I was really pegged on going with something in the Haswell E or the Haswell Extreme series from Intel. Those are basically like Intel's, ultra top of the line i7 chipsets. And after a lot of research and a lot of thinking and a lot of budgeting and things like that, I finally was like, you know what? I'm just going to go all out. I'm going to go absolutely insane here, and I'm going to buy a 5960X, which is like $1,000 processor. I mean, just the little processor is like $1,000. So if you think, okay, Brad M73 just spent $1,000 on his processor, how much did he spend on the rest of his PC? So yeah, this processor is still the best i7 you can buy right now. If you really wanted to go all out, yeah, you can move up to the Xeon series. However, Xeons are more business oriented and more designed for servers and not really for gaming. What in the world is that thing out there? Hello. Oh, it's like I don't know. It's like one of those places. It's like a rock quarry or something. So yeah, I went all out on processor. Now, I probably didn't get the best gaming processor. I think that one's still the 4790K or the 4970K or whatever from Intel, which is basically their current flagship top-of-the-line i7 quad-core. Now, mine is an 8-core. It's a hexacore. And the reason why I went with that is I do a lot of Photoshop stuff, and I do a lot of video editing, obviously, because I'm doing things on YouTube. So I wanted as much processing power as I could get on my PC end of things. Now, I do a lot of editing on my iMac. That's actually what I do all my finalized editing on. And I actually don't have the best processor in that. I've got an older, it's actually a 2011 i5. So it's kind of showing its age. Now I could upgrade that one to an i7, but I think I may actually end up having problems finding the i7 that actually goes to that computer. And why did I just get a... Oh, okay. So anyway, first thing I always do is I look for the video card that I want. Then I research, what is the best processor that I can get to go with that video card. Like how... what type of processor am I going to be able to get to take advantage of all the games that I want to play and run well with the video card that I got? Now, obviously, I went all out with the 5960X. I also went with the motherboard that kind of time and time again people were saying, okay, this is what you should get if you buy that combination. And that was the Asus X99... no, it's not the Pro. The X99 Extreme, I think? Or no? Which one is it? It's the... I'm looking at it right now, and I can't see the the thing. But it is... Oh, the X99 Deluxe, that's it. So, Asus X99 Deluxe motherboard. I've got 16 gigabytes of Corsair Dominator... I think it's Corsair Dominator memory. It's DDR4 memory, which is actually brand new. It's redonkulously expensive, but it runs at 2800 megahertz, which is really flippin' fast. Do I need that for gaming? No. And actually benchmarking, if I were to take that memory out and put in like yesteryear's 1600 megahertz DDR3, I would probably see less than 1% difference in performance between the two. Maybe 2%, but I don't think it would be very significant at all for gaming and probably most everything else. The reason why I got the DDR4 is just because, hey, it's the latest thing, and I kind of want to future-proof myself a little bit, but I can't really say that all gamers would need to go that route. One thing I did want to really go with was a solid-state drive. Now, a solid-state drive uses solid-state memory, like what's in your phone or what's in your memory cards on your video cameras or digital cameras, or digital recording devices, things like that. So when you see like your little SD cards or your micro SD cards or maybe compact flash, it uses that type of memory instead of like a rotating magnetic platter or spinning, not necessarily rotating, but a spinning magnetic platter, like in the, your normal hard drives. The benefit of that is the read-write speeds are insanely fast. Their data transfer rates can be a little bit better, but generally your read-write speeds are way faster than they are on a traditional, spinning hard drive. How am I doing gas? Okay, gas and sleep, I'm doing all right. So I went with a 1 terabyte drive. Now, that might not be everybody's thing. For gaming, especially if you're a really big gamer, if you got a ton of games, check your hard drive right now. See how much memory you've got on there, how much you're using. Like, let's say you have a 500 gigabyte hard drive and you're using like 400 gigs of it. Well, you're probably going to want to invest in a 500 gigabyte solid state drive. And right now they kind of go, like 120, then like 250, and then 500, and then 1,000, or 1 terabyte sizes. Now there's a few that are a little bit different. You can, if you go with, I went with a Samsung drive, but I know Kingston and Intel and everybody's kind of in the game. They have like different sizes and things like that. So, am I here at the... I'm going to look at something really quick. Am I here at the... Ooh, you know what? I can drive all the way around there, pull in this way. I think I want to do that just so I can get the discovery of that. Okay. So let's go this way. I also went with a traditional hard drive as my D drive. So my solid state is my boot drive. That's the C colon drive or the C drive. My D drive, which is my secondary drive, is actually I think it's a 2 terabyte Western Digital black drive. Not an incredibly expensive drive, but it's really all I need. I've got like 4 external 2 terabyte drives that I do a lot of storage to. So, yeah, and then I did go ahead and I did buy a DVD drive to slap in there as well. So I'm pretty set, you know, as far as everything I need. Oh, and then I did get a 1,000-watt power supply, which I don't even come close to using. Now, the reason why I went with a 1,000-watt power supply is if I ever wanted to dual or triple SLI video cards, that thing is going to be able to push it. And the nice thing about power supplies, even if you have one that's 1,000 watts, see, a lot of people think that, well, if I get a 1,000-watt power supply, it's going to be pulling 1,000 watts from my wall all the time, and my electricity bill is going to go through the roof. Well, no, that's not how power works. The power supply is there to supply current to your computer and, you know, to whatever the computer needs. So, for example, when I'm playing a game like Euro Truck Simulator, I can actually go in. I've got a piece of software that tells me, you know, how much total wattage my PC is using at that moment, and it actually integrates. There's a wire, there's a USB cable that plugs into my power supply and also plugs into the motherboard, and then I've got software from Corsair, which is the power supplies manufacturer, that tells me, okay, you're using like 380, maybe 400 watts. That's about as hot as it goes for a computer that's this huge. Now, if I were to overclock everything, it's definitely going to use a lot more power than that, but I haven't really found a need to really overclock yet. So I'm not really too worried about that right now. Now, okay, I've got to pull in here. Okay. Okay, and there is our... Oh, this is going to be easy. Okay, so I'm just going to pull right over here. You're not supposed to park right there, but whatevs. Pull right up around here. All right. I need to pull over this way. And gonna get green. Oh, there we go. Cool. Good enough for me. Satisfactory. Oh yeah, that's right. I got into that wreck. Holy crap, that's a lot. 7%. Holy Moses. That was not good. Oh, I got the level 23 though. Let's do fragile cargo. I got everything up here. Apply. All right. So what was I talking about? Oh yeah, my power supply. So, but basically, what I do is I go through all the components of the computer, mainly the video card, because video cards will say, okay, we need at least 300 or 400 or, you know, however many watts to run, and then you double that if you want to SLI, and you triple it if you want to SLI again, or triple SLI. That's where you put like 2 video cards together or 3 video cards together to get like insanely wacko performance out of your video cards. Now, I'm only running 1 video card, but I wanted to have a power supply in my computer for the growth factor. You know, down the road, I want to actually maybe SLI or get new, more powerful video cards and so on and so forth. So, oh wait, I gotta go straight here. What is that? Oh god, oh god. Oh, my steering wheel just came detached from my desk. I need to get some of that rubber stuff that you use for like screwdriver handles. I need to get some of that stuff and actually spray on the bottom of my G27. Oh, please don't get... Okay. Oh crap. I didn't mean to do this. Hey, look at that big UFO over there. Actually, what I want to do, let's let's go down here, look at the job market, freight market. Okay, we're at Malmö, so I want to see if there's any way we can stay in Sweden. It doesn't look... Oh, we can go up to Bergen. Ooh, that would be a really nice drive up there, too. That would be, like, the most epic drive going up there. Let's see what's over here. Helsingborg, nothing there. Okay. Well, I think what I'm just going to do then is we're gonna take this frozen hake or hake. I think it's hake. It's just fish, if I'm not mistaken. We're gonna take that up to Bergen. Not all in this episode, though. We're gonna have to come down to this roundabout. And ooh, look at the city over there. That's really pretty. I'm sure they put this roundabout in just so that just so that we could kind of get a nice panoramic shot. Oh, they're building a highway there. Just so that we could get a nice panoramic view of like the surrounding area here. And I want to go down, I want to get that question mark down there, which I think is a recruiting agency. So I'm going to come back up here. I'm going to pass this by. And come on. So yeah, I've got plenty of power for future upgrading. I got plenty of storage space, more than I really need right now. But definitely that's upgradable. I got like about a bazillion drive bays, so that's not going to be a problem at all. And then I did go with water cooling because I thought, well, maybe I would eventually overclock, though that remains to be seen. But we might. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see here. Wish I had an Oculus Rift. Speaking of Oculus Rift, they're supposed to come out early next year. Whoa, my frame rate actually dropped below 30 frames a second there. It's hovering like right at 31, 32 frames a second. Whoa. But there's a lot going on in the scenery around here, so I think that's probably why. Come on, go, 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 go. Why am I going backwards? There we go. If I miss this green light, I'm going to be so mad. Oh, there we go. So, if you're thinking about building a computer, or if it's 6 months or a year down the road, kind of take what I've said into consideration. Now, I kind of want to go back to main CPUs for a second, because people are like, why would you spend $1,000 on a processor? Intel is where it's at. If you want the best processors, I'm sorry, everybody who is gung-ho for AMD. If you like AMD, that's fine. I don't like AMD's. Their per-core performance compared to Intel is just nowhere near Intel's. That's why you have to get like 6 and 8 core processors with AMD to even hold a candle to Intel's 4-core i7s and even some of their i5s. I mean, it's just ridiculous. AMD's processors are cheaper, so for people on a budget, you can get better performing AMD processors for the money, but they're still not going to stack up to Intel processors. And there'll be some naysayers out there that are going to contest that, but Intel's just a better processor. It's just the way it is. I mean, you can get into like Intel versus AMD, or Mac versus Windows, or Mac versus PC, or OS, whatever the comparison is. I understand. I get the argument. But when you actually look at performance with, if cost is not a factor and you just look at performance, Intel is the better processor. So that's what I'm going to choose, because I want to get the better of what's ever available. So yeah. Okay, let's look back. I wanna look back, and do. I don't know. Am I making that song up? I don't know. Okay. So we have 615 miles to go. Let's see. I want to look at the map here. I think what I want to do is I actually want to pull out going this way because I want to actually circle this building. Oh, I'm like scraping the side there. What? 1% damage just by doing that? Holy Moses. Okay, we really got to be careful then, guys, because I probably just lost about $3,000 off of this job already. So on this trip, we're actually going to see some really pretty scenery for Sweden, and I kind of got to be careful though because the sun is going to be setting here shortly. So I want to be able to get as much road time as I can before we have to rest, and then get up the next morning and because I want you to be able to see what we're driving through, because it's going to be pretty sweet, I think. Okay, so this would be really helpful going around here, not to bump the trailer into anything. But yeah, if you guys go and you actually do single core benchmarking between Intel's, high-end i7s and whatever the best AMD processor is that's out there, single core performance on an Intel is always going to be much better. I've never seen a case where that wasn't true. So, yeah. Now, speaking of cases, your actual case, it can kind of be whatever you want, as long as it's going to fit your motherboard. You always make sure you go with an ATX standard. Stay away from mini or micro ATX cases. They're not for gaming. I mean, I guess you could use them for gaming in some circumstances, but they're going to bottleneck you most of the time. Those are more for like media centers or like portable PCs where you just need a PC to do PC stuff, and things like that. Some kid, I get a lot of people that send me messages and they're like, "Is this a good PC?" And they'll have like PC part picker lists, and I'll get a lot of people that really don't know what they're doing. They really have no idea. They're just looking at, okay, this motherboard has the slot that'll fit my graphics card, and it's compatible with the CPU I want, and it's the cheapest motherboard available. So that's the one I'm going to get. And that's basically the methodology. You can't really think in those terms. You have to make sure that, yeah, you might have a PCI Express 3 slot, but is it going to work the best with your graphics card? So you have to look at PCI Express lanes and how much memory bandwidth it's going to provide to the card, between the card and the CPU. There's all kinds of factors. And you really need to research those types of things, for a few months before buying or building a computer. So yeah, something to think about. For sure. Now, what would have been 2 episodes ago, I actually came to Helsingborg previously, and unfortunately, the episodes didn't record, so I'm really kind of bummed about that. Man, I should have brought a bottle of water in here. I have nothing to drink. Nothing to drink. It should be going this way. Yep. And I'm just trying to think of some other things. For CPU cooling, I did go with a water cooler, but it's not really necessary, especially if you don't have no plans to overclock. You don't really need a water cooler. You can just do like a standard air cooler, and they make some really good ones that are between 20 and $40 that are gonna more than cool what you're gonna need. I do. Oh, as for processors, I do recommend going with at least a quad core over a dual core. I am starting to see more games out today that are using or taking advantage of the extra cores on a quad core, because you get, like with Intel, you can have four cores, but what they call 8 hyper threads. And hyper threading is kind of like creating a virtual core. So you can have up to 8 virtual cores. So the computer or the game will think that you'll have extra CPUs that you don't actually have. And that's another thing that Intel really excels at where AMD doesn't. AMD has something that's kind of like hyper threading, but it doesn't work as good. And you can search Google, you can search YouTube's for video on Intel hyperthreading versus AMD's version of hyperthreading, and so on and so forth, if you really want to see the difference. But I'm not really going to go into it now. But I just remembered, like, oh yeah, that's a concern that I had that's definitely going to pop up if you're going that route. All right, so we are trucking along here. I'm probably going to go until the sun sets. And actually, it is kind of... Oh, no. That guy's like kind of probably pooping himself a little bit right about now. No. It's kind of hard to look backwards and drive forwards, I just realized that I'm actually driving this by my foot and not with cruise control on. Oops. So I'm probably going to pass this gas station, and I'm going to go until probably the next one. And then I think we'll pull off, find a place to gas up, get our rest, and then we'll come back in the next episode and go through some absolutely beautiful scenery. We'll be going through the mountains of Norway. You're going to see scenic bridges and overpass. I mean, just all kinds of stuff. It's really going to be some awesome scenery. This part, I think we're still in Sweden here. Ah, crap. Sorry. And I guess it's relatively flat there. Come on, get past me, bro. Actually, let's look at the map here really quick. We're going to pause time. If I could pause time. We could come up here, or... let's see here. This might be the better place to go. It's kind of like off the beaten path, though. That I do not like. But yeah, once we get up to about here and come across here, this scenery up through here is just flippin' awesome. It's definitely cool. Now, I haven't been down through here or around in here yet, but we'll get there, guys. We will get there. Okay, we'll kick in. Did I get the cruise control on? Yeah, I did. Okay. And then as far as like buying a monitor, the bigger the better. I've got a 27-inch. it's not necessarily necessary. My monitor is also 1440p, and it's a 1 millisecond response time. It is a TN panel. Those are kind of maybe going the way of the Dodo in favor of IPS panels. But this is an awesome monitor regardless. But the reason why I got it was because at the time it was the only monitor that was 1440p, that was 1 millisecond response time, and ran at 144 hertz. So this monitor can get up to 144 frames a second, which is awesome. Now, most other monitors can still display up to 60 frames a second. And if you're planning on sticking with a 1080p monitor, the 980 is going to just blow the performance straight out of the water. It's going to be absolutely ridiculous. So you might even be able to, bump that down to a 970 and still be playing at 1080p and be able to run all your games at or near max settings or ultra settings. So that's something to consider as well. But there are some 1080p monitors out there that will do 144 hertz. So you might want to consider that. Keep that in mind, because then games at 144 hertz just look absolutely flippin' amazing. Now, I've noticed since... Now, we're still on a beta patch here, so it's not 100% optimized. And I'm only running at like 42, 44 frames a second. Now, we are kind of in a city here right now. But I have noticed in the Scandinavia expansion that I do seem to get like lower frame rates than I was getting before... 1.17 essentially. So I don't know. I'm gonna wait until 1.18 goes final. Maybe they'll get some optimizations in. But that, and like I said, I'm going into a city right here, so my frame rate's gonna drop just because there's tons of stuff going on the screen. I'm gonna have to zoom in here because I am gonna park at this gas station. Actually, I won't be able to park at the gas station. I'll have to get gas. And I usually I have plenty of gas, you know what I'm saying? But just a gassy guy. But yeah. So monitors, look for a gaming monitor if you're really hardcore into gaming. Don't use like your television. Television, flat screen televisions are not really designed to be PC monitors. Yes, you can use them. Do I recommend it? No, not in any way, shape, or form. Okay, so we're going to come down to the bottom of the hill. We're going to pull into this gas station here. We're going to gas up. Hopefully they... Okay, good. I was going to say, hopefully they have, like, a diagonal into the gas station. Man, I wish I could get out and, like, go over and sit on the bench. That would be so freaking awesome. Okay, filling up with gas. Oh, we're up to 410,000 euros now. Okay. Oh, you got to be joking me. I got to go around that little corner again to get the exploration for it. That's funny. So far, here's the interior of this Mercedes. It's pretty nice. Oh, there's a Volvo dealer here. I think I'll just pull in just to get the discovery. Go. Ooh. Yeah, when the frame rate drops down below, like especially below 50 frames a second, like into the low 40s or below, it really does seem jarring now, because for so long I've been used to playing it, at 100 plus frames a second. It's still pretty smooth though. I mean, I can't complain too much, guys. Yeah, here's the interior. Oops. Down. I got some cup holders, got some storage down there, bed and blanket. It's like another bunk up top, and some more storage up there. Stuff. Oh, we're green. And I'm just using my mouse to look around instead of the keypad on the G27, because it's a little bit easier for certain things. Norskin. I think this is a garage up here. Is that one of the viable garages? I think that is. Right there. Yeah, I'm almost positive it is. Yep. Ooh, those are nice looking. We've got the BHV. I want to say that's a BMW vehicle. Like BMV is like BMW. But I'm going to kind of say that that's probably a BMW. Oh, what's this? Wait, can I get out over there? Oh, I guess I can. Cool. Not that I want to. Okay, so we're just going to pull up here. I'm just going to rest, and we will see you guys in the next episode. As always, don't forget to like, share, comment, and please subscribe for this and many more videos. This has been Euro Truck Simulator 2 Scandinavia edition with the 1.18 beta patch. I'm in Pride 73. We'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.